If you're a heat and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what's a way that you can use the total amount of the investment for price conditioning in the sales process, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sullivan Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. We're on video number 2 about price conditioning. So price conditioning is this, if you didn't know, it's getting people used to the amount that they're going to hear. It's getting people ready and to understand what to expect. So let's say that I'm gonna go buy a car, and in my mind, for some reason, I think a car is $30,000, and I show up and that car's $300. Somewhere something went wrong, right? If I get all the way sitting down with the sales guy and it's like, okay, it's $300,000 for your car. I'm like, I didn't realize I was buying a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Maybach or, whatever McLaren, something that's 300 grand. So you do have to have some sort of conversation that allows for the person to know, hey, here's what's going to go on. So I got to talk to you about primacy and recency. Primacy is the first thing that people hear. Recency is going to be the last. And so I am going to give you high-level primacy, which you can flip to recency in the end, okay? But I will share with you this. There is this thing called anchoring in sales, and price anchoring means that if you start with the highest price, you have anchored all the way up here, okay? And it allows for someone to go, I'm not going to pay that. It gets an objection out of the way. So with that being said, I've got my $12 whiteboard, and we've got 9 o'clock in the morning, and we've got 10:30. And so one of the ways, and I'm not saying this is the only way, but one of the ways you can do this is, our top of the line system with all the bells and whistles is probably somewhere around 30 or 40,000, but it's probably more than what you need. Let's have some conversations and narrow it down. Now, I will share with you, your buyer, your potential client will freak out. I'm not paying $20,000 or $30,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 for the system. That is ridiculous. You're like, yeah, I completely understand. It's not necessarily the one that I would buy. I just want to make sure that you have all of your options, okay? And then halfway through the call, you could say, hey, some of our lesser, really good pieces of equipment might be 20,000. Placeholder number, you change the number. And then later on in the call, you're like, hey, just a basic system might be 15. You're starting up here because you have to get people to prepare for what the cost of something is going to be. There are people out there who still think that systems are $5,000. Believe it or not. I live in California. Everything's more expensive. Systems start at 15. Get over it. It's just the way that it is, okay? And so if I go to a home today and somebody thinks that the system's $5,000 and I haven't had that conversation, I need to put some time, right? There's time. I need to put some time from the point where they go, the systems are freaking $30,000. I need them to calm down a bit. And if you're a homeowner, this happens everywhere, even in the industry that you work in, unless you work in government, simmer down, okay? So we're gonna start high. We're gonna flag that number. We're gonna anchor that number way up here on purpose, just because it's a possibility. Yes, it's a psychological trick. I get it. Call me evil. This right here is why you should join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel, which means private coaching, private training, discounted coaching, or discounted training. It's an email publication. I'll send you 2 emails a week, maybe 3. Maybe, okay? There are a lot of reasons why you want a price condition with the total amount, the total investment of what it can be. There's also times for you to do the payment plan, okay? So both of these numbers work together. I would suggest that what you do is you go through your workbook and you figure out, hey, 3-ton capacity, because it's the most common unit that's out there. What is it in pretty much in upflow configuration, downflow or counterflow configuration, horizontal if you got those. We got tons of them in Sacramento and California. And you can literally have the conversation. So if your town, your jurisdiction systems are top out at $60,000, I know some people who have that, great. You can say, hey, if you were looking for a system with all the bells and whistles, we have those. Right? And kind of throw it out and chuckle, $60,000. People are like, are you freaking kidding me? No way, I'd never pay $60,000. You're getting that tiger out early on in the sales process instead of sitting and waiting at the table, okay? So people say, well, why do you need to talk to me? Can't you just give me a number? This is a great example. I wish I could. If I'm gonna have to choose the system with all the bells and whistles without asking questions, we're going all the way at the top. And the reason for that is I'm protected and I know that you got everything that you needed. No. Let's have a conversation. Let's get something figured out. And if you're a homeowner freaking out, once again, I train salespeople. It literally says HVAC Technician Sales Secrets. Yep. I use psychology to help people sell better. It's not like you want to go, hey, my sales guy sucks. What if they sell you the wrong thing because they make the decision for you without asking questions? That's what sucks. This is why you need price conditioning. You can start high. You're going to anchor a flag depending upon what word you want to use, and you can decrease along the way, or you can stick that number all the way up at the top. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.